think it got to a point where, all of us, regardless of what we believed, I remember sitting with Wade Palat after Alberta Health Services was in. I think it was January 21st or 27th when that meeting was. You can check the minutes. But when I looked over at Wade and I said, Wade, we need to make like the biggest motion ever, but you need to make it. And he's like, oh, yeah, okay. Because I figured if it was coming from me, the outlier,
right?
I wasn't going to.
Here goes Chris again.
I wasn't. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I said. So Wade's like, yeah. What do you want? What do you want to talk about? Like, I was like, okay. So we wrote down a whole list of things, like how many suicides happened in Grande Prairie, how often was our emergency room full during the pandemic, what's our typical times, what are the causes of death for Grande Prairie from the year 2018 to today, like, and how many people died. How many overdoses? Like, we just listed that. It was the longest motion ever, and really, we imagined it wasn't going to go anywhere, but it was just like, you keep asking questions and you're getting half answers, and the health community is not stepping up. They're encouraging you to make the rules, but they're not taking any responsibility for the rules that you make.
Right. Or really providing any great information. That's one of the things that I've hit on. It was so hard, and I think still to this day on that topic, it's so difficult to get real information as to what it was. I think some conclusions have been drawn now that were different than what we would have thought 3 years ago. But for somebody who's in charge of, part of this council, where it's your job to make decisions for the city, that had to be really, really difficult to do, not being able to get, great information from the people who are supposed to be giving it to you.
Well, that was the craziest thing, because we didn't, when we made that motion, we didn't actually ask Alberta Health Services to provide us the information. We went right to the Ministry of Health, and we asked Minister Shandro for that. So that's where the motion directed it to. And like I said, we didn't think we were going to get anything, but honestly, like 3 months later, we got everything.